Hey guys, so I just wanted to show you how to quickly pair your 8-bit do controller for Anki for a Mac, for a computer, as well as an iPad. So I'm currently using a MacBook, but I believe the steps should be the same for an iPad. So we're gonna go ahead as you're gonna press, you wanna press Start and R. This will allow it to go into Mac OS mode. You see that flash blue light? It's looking for something. So go ahead and press the select button for 5 seconds. There. Now you see how it's blinking blue. Now it's in pairing mode, so we can get ahead. Go ahead and get it start pairing. So now that the controller is in pairing mode, so remember what I said, you press select and you'll see the blue light flash rapidly. Now you should see the controller pop up in your Bluetooth. Where is it? Yeah, sometimes there can be problems. That's the annoying part, is sometimes there be connection issues. Okay, so you see here how it shows up as 8-bit do 02 gamepad. You want it to show up as that. Sometimes it'll show up as DualShock 4 on the computer. If you do that, it'll connect, but it won't work properly. Now you see how I have that connected icon show up on my screen. That's important because that lets me know that my controller is connected to my MacBook. And just in case, if this does show up as a DualShock 4, which that happens to me a lot sometimes, just go ahead, disconnect the controller, and make sure you press Start and R simultaneously, because that's what allows it to show up in the laptop pairing mode. Once I realized that trick, I've never had an issue with it connecting as a DualShock 4 and not working. Okay, so now that we connected the controller to my computer, let's go over to Brave Browser to the computer, and you need to download this application right here, Carabiners Elements, right? So I'm not sure what the exact one is on a Windows, but for MacBook, you need to download this program. And I already have, and since I do have it open, now I'm gonna go here to my 8-bit do 02 gamepad, and you see these letters right here, right? So these correspond to the KE elements letters, and you'll have to map those to the respective function you want it. So I will link this website as well, but right here, so you have the respective keys. Okay, the letter, let's say the letter E on the KE elements corresponds to the left arrow button on the controller. Okay, so we go to that one. So the letter E, I have it set as 1, right? So the letter E corresponds to my left direction button arrow on my controller, and I have that programmed as the keypad number 1. Okay, and number 1 in Anki is the again button, and F is, I have programmed a spacebar. So F is my right arrow button on my controller, and spacebar is to flip a card over, as well as the gut button. So yeah, so you definitely want to go around, play with the settings until you get whatever works for you. I have it programmed so I can use my controller with my left hand, either with one-handed or with both hands, depending how I'm feeling. So yeah, go ahead and play around with whatever works for you. Once again, I will drop the link to Carabiners as well as this tutorial in the description. So yeah, so that's how you could use it on your MacBook. Hey guys, so the screen recording did not have my voice, so I'm recording over it again. So sorry if there's a little bit inconsistencies, but this is how you connect the controller to the iPad, and it also works for your iPhone as well. So what you're going to go ahead and do is go to accessibilities and search for switches. Once you get there, you want to press Start and A on your 8bitdo controller, and then you want to press select. Okay, and this will cause your controller to show up. It's important, start A, because that shows up in like the iPad and iPhone pairing mode. You don't want it to connect to your computer again. And yes, it will show up as the DualShock 4 controller. That's important because on the computer you don't want it as a DualShock, but on the iPad you do want it as a DualShock. So yeah, go to switches and get it connected. After that, you're gonna go to Anki, then you go to settings, then you go to review, then you go to gamepads, and yeah, those are the controllers. So you go ahead and play around with the settings and see what works for you.